Hi, this is Jonathan, Conscious Endeavors. Today we're talking about transmuting pain and suffering into love and positivity, etc. Fill in the blank, whatever you want. So far, with my close to loved ones and myself, so far what we've seen is that the best way to transmute negative energy is to surrender to it. Sit in your pain, sit in your suffering, whatever you're dealing with at that moment in time, and surrender to it. Give up, throw the white flag up, and say, take me as I am, so to speak. Feel the emotion in your heart and let it dissipate, let it transmute to something that you'll feel later. What I mean is, at first you will feel the pain, you might cry, you might want to scream, you might want to run for alcohol, you might want to run for drugs to numb it, but that's what you're so used to doing. Why don't you try something new? I'm talking to the people who can relate to me. I'm not talking to the people who disagree with me. I'm talking to the people who are interested in this information. I'm not speaking to the people who don't like or think this information is false. So if you can't relate to this, maybe it's not for you. But if I could add some sort of calmness or a healing, or if I could lift someone's negative emotions, then I've done my job. And that's why we're doing this here. So when you feel that negative emotion, surrender to it. Close your eyes and go in your meditation. Fill your heart with love. I know that's hard because you can't flip the energy that well. For instance, when you're angry at someone, you can't flip the energy right away to love. You know this by arguing and fighting with your family and your girlfriend, your boyfriend, so on and so forth. Your coworkers, whoever it may be. It's hard to change the energy from when you're upset and mad and angry to being peaceful and love, right? It takes a little bit to get there. You're not going to be able to do it right away. But if you feel the emotion and let it pass, surrender to it, then it passes. Believe it or not. It's amazing. It takes seconds, sometimes minutes. The better you get at it, it turns from minutes to seconds. So as soon as you recognize the suffering and the pain, as soon as you recognize the emotion, we talked about this before, put it in the cloud and let it pass. Put the emotion in the balloon and let the balloon deflate and float away, right? Let the balloon fly away and deflate. I like to use the cloud example. Put it in the cloud, that anger, that emotion that you're feeling, that negative energy, put it in the cloud and let that cloud float away. And in that moment, when you're letting it float away, you're going to feel like you want to cry. That's good. Cry it out. Crying is the exhaust. Don't ever hold it in, because that's part of the cycle. Cry it out. Let go of that energy. And then you know that after you've cried, that you've released that negative emotion and you've healed from it. It's that simple. Instead of putting the Band-Aid on the pain that you're feeling, because remember, that's only yours, it's no one else's. Instead of putting the Band-Aid over it constantly with drugs, alcohol, and numbing, with whatever you decide to numb it with, Just trust me. Feel it. Don't run for the drugs or the alcohol. Feel it in that moment. Be brave. Be courageous. And step into something new because you've tried everything else already. Be brave and step into it. Feel the emotion. And then, subconsciously, mentally, as a simile, like or as, put it in the cloud. Feel it, cry it out, heal it. You could do it yourself. It's that simple. And yet, everyone is running towards pills and big pharma. But you have to understand and realize the reason you're going through it is so you can grow, and so you could learn from the pain. You're not going through it so you could just put a temporary band-aid over it. You're not going through that so you could just find something to numb it temporarily. You're going through it so you could transmute that into something else. They have the saying, if life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. Right? Well, for many people, the lemons fall. And they're there. The lemons are present. But people don't know what to do with the lemons. They don't know how to make the lemonade. So this is one example to maybe help heal that pain and suffering. Everyone's different. Try to use your own analogies. Try to create your own examples if this doesn't work for you. But so far I'm seeing that it's working for me. Transmute the negative energy to positive energy. Don't let the negative energy control you. Surrender is the key word. A loved one told me once, and it stuck very recently. Don't transmute the negative energy to more negative energy, which is what you get from alcohol and drugs. Transmute the negative energy to positive energy. Good luck. Much love. Conscious endeavors.